Alright guys, so welcome to Tulsa River Park's East Bank Trail. I apologize I'm doing the voiceover so early. The directions I'm giving in the video are kind of confusing initially, so I thought this would be the best method. Anyway, I had just pulled in at this point into the entrance at 96th and Riverside, and right now I'm pointing to the part of Riverside that I turned off of to enter this parking area. As you can see, there's some benches, there's a playground, there's some restrooms, and some other things that I'll show you a little bit later in the video, but I kind of wanted to give you a starting point of where I was coming from and just a quick glimpse of the first part of the trail. This is the southernmost part of the trail. Now it does kind of fork and wind off south of here, but I'll have to get into that in a later video.
Benches and some tables, play some cards, chess, checkers, whatever, dominoes, and there's a bike rack here, and there's bathrooms right here, and then there's a small veranda over there, which I didn't really know about, and then there's a bench here, and this is kind of a staple of Riverside Drive, these rocks here. They're kind of cool. You can sit on them, tie your shoe. Yeah. So, all sorts of little goodies around. So this is quite nice. Got a little veranda here. Unfortunately, it's already been graffitied, but you can kind of sit. You're not super close to the road. You can hear the road a little bit. But you're a little bit back off of the road. There's the trail right there. It kind of goes in a circle here, and you can actually sit kind of between those trees like that guy's doing and just feel the wind and whatnot. So that's nice. It's not super loud. Just came up that little canal I ran across. But I would say this is really the southernmost part of the Eastern River Trail, or the East Side River Trail, because you can, so basically most people would park here, and this is about 96 where that intersection is. This is about 96 and Riverside, and then you can cycle all the way down to 81st Street, 71st Street, all the way down to downtown where the trail was split off. You can ride up to Sand Springs, or you can ride up into North Tulsa, or you can ride downtown-ish. I mean, there aren't really bike lanes like that downtown, but if it was a weekend, you could do that. But most people are going to start here on the southernmost part. This trail right here goes up under this bridge, and then it winds its way up alongside the Creek Turnpike, and it goes up east past Harvard, Yale, Sheridan, and then all the way up to Memorial. So 96 in Riverside is going to be your starting. There's the bridge I was just driving on, and it's going that way. And there's the bank building that I just pointed out here. But I'll just show you how this leads around. And now that we're back under the bridge, if you can see in the distance right there, that is actually Highway 169. Okay, and here's a little opening right here. So there's the bridge, the trail, some grass beside the trail, and that's the eastern bank of the river. And if you walk down here this way, that will lead to the trail that runs beside Riverside, or you could turn right here and go up, and this trail leads to the pedestrian bridge. All right, so one of the great things about Tulsa is in every city with a river is Riverside Drive or Riverwalk. So I'm right here near the bank of the Arkansas River. There are these bikes here. You can rent them and ride along. So if you don't have a bike here, you could actually park in here or in that parking lot or whatever and walk. And there is a pedestrian bridge here. So I'm a little ways down. And so this is the western bank right here, and As you can see, that's the Cityplex Tower system there. This bridge actually goes across the river. So it goes across the river. And that street, that turns into Main Street. So and then you go over here, cross over, and this is a small town adjacent to Tulsa called Jinx. So this is roughly the middle of the river. That is a casino, River Spirit Casino, hotel, and there's towers again, and there's a nice bench right here in the middle where you can sit and just look over the river, which, I mean, there's not too much to it, but that's like Turkey Mountain over there. Well, it actually, you can walk all the way down here, and it leads to the eastern Riverside Trail. Okay guys, at this point in time, I'm actually leaving the park and I'm hanging a left to get onto Riverside and go north. And at this intersection, I'm going through 96th Street and Riverside. And to my left is the River Trail. This is the part after that pedestrian bridge where you can either come off the pedestrian bridge or go under the pedestrian bridge. And the forks kind of merge into this part that rides along Riverside. As I'm going north, I'm going to show you where the River Trail goes behind the casino. There's actually another fork in the River Trail East section here where you can either walk or ride in front of the casino or go behind the casino. The good thing about going behind the casino is you can actually see the Arkansas River, and it is a bit more scenic. So I hope you guys enjoy. And that's the sign for the casino, and that's the actual casino. But yeah, here is Riverside Drive, what we came for. It's quiet and not the most picturesque bank. Some days the river has more water than others, but I just wanted to show you this. I'm not gonna walk all the way down there. It kind of winds behind the casino, and then it leads back up to Riverside, and then you're actually riding beside Riverside for a brief moment when you cross Fred Creek, and then it runs behind some apartment buildings, and you have this kind of scenery right here for the duration. So yeah guys, so at this point in time, I've actually come up from behind the casino, and I'm showing you a view of the front part of the casino, which is what you would see if you opted to take the right fork and ride in front of the casino. Right now we are actually going through 81st and Riverside, and to my left where I'm panning over is where the trail comes up and rides alongside the river for a little while. And then, like I said, it does hang a left and go behind some apartment complexes and a park, and rides along the actual river bank. It's a little bit down off of the trail. And coming up, I'm going to show you a spot at 41st in Riverside. So it's about 4 miles down the street that you can go to, where there's a park for kids and a couple other things to do. Along the way, like I said, there is a park near 71st and Riverside where you can take kids to play. It's kind of over there where I'm pointing to right now. I didn't stop and go to it. It's kind of during the day. I know kids would be there, so it probably wouldn't be the best thing to film. And there's also some sand volleyball courts that are up near 71st and Riverside, but they're doing construction on those courts. And actually at 71st and Riverside, the trail, which is about a mile from the casino, the trail actually goes under the 71st Street area, and then it comes back up on the other side of 71st and kind of winds around. So so as I was saying while I was driving, all along the river, there are these little stopping points where you can kind of pull off and park and access the river and, you know, get on your bike and ride around. And usually, you know, they have a little piece of artwork like that. And then they have a little restroom here and some fountain. They've kind of developed this part of the river. It wasn't as developed previously, where you had these openings and you can see things here, so this is nice. Now we are at 56th and Riverside, as you saw on that sign. One thing I will say about this area is that right there is a sewage treatment plant. So a lot of times, or sometimes when you're riding along Riverside from about 56th Street to that highway, at least, you can smell a kind of a sulfur smell, excuse me. That is actually storm runoff. We would not go and get in that water. Sometimes you'll look down here and you'll see homeless people. Normally they're more towards that way because that's closer to downtown. But anyway, here's your little workout area here. And you know, they have some strength training things here, chin-ups, body curls. This is pretty cool. Another thing I'll mention is that the Riverside Drive, for the most part, after 61st Street, borders neighborhoods, and it goes all the way down. And I'll show you that.